Hey guys, welcome back. And today we have. Wait, what? Oh, yes. If you don't know who she is, let me show you. Just quickly, I wanted to mention Zofia Domaradzka. Probably I'm pronouncing incorrectly, but she is the music author for Timberborn. We are jumping back to game, but I just wanted to acknowledge she did an amazing job. She creates music for games and films, so awesome. I will leave just a link down in the description if someone wants to listen more her work, because she's done a great, amazing job. But back to the game. This time I want to show you, basically answer a lot of questions. How to survive the cycle, first cycle, second cycle, whatever cycle you want, where to pay attention, how to start, basically all the questions. And I think I want to start something new, and by new I mean something in YouTube channel. So I will call it a gameplay on steroids. Why? Because I'm gonna crank everything I can in the game, so you have most information. We are picking the hard, so I'm not going to easy, normal, hard. So if you can do that on hard, then there is no problem whatsoever. So I'll try to explain everything. I'll play a game on full speed. There will be a little time to in between and all that, so you can have everything as fast as possible, all the explanations, everything. First off, always remember to sometimes use pause, because you can't do all interactions at the same time. This map is quite challenging, and I will explain the reason why I picked it. First off, what you need to start is, let me show you the fastest start, how to deal with everything you need to do. First off, remember, you don't have any ladders, nothing, so you are tied basically to one plane. Only exception is if you know there is or find a slope, so that's natural way to do that. That you need to keep in mind, because you will be stuck in your one level quite some time. Second part, ditch everything that tutorial showed you, and my advice is go nuts. And by nuts I mean really nuts. One more, yeah, one more. Why we are still on pause? Because game naturally starts with only 2 workers. No, that's why you need, now we start the time. So we have 7 adults, 4 children. 4 of them currently are working. They're creating next stop. Why? Because we haven't defined that cutting trees. I'm showing there will be a lot of information. Feel free to ask any questions, but let me show you one of the ways how I found best to deal with the trees. Explanation needed? Not needed? Okay, good. Why we start clearing at the road? Because from the road, trees cannot grow to the next tile. They are growing from the grown trees on every possible direction, basically. Why I'm making stripes? So I do not cut down every single tree. Why it is important? Because once you clear, if you clear fully trees, that might happen, they will not regrow. As we know, for quite some time, we don't have a forester. For that time being, we are relying on nature. Remember, nature, guys. So what I'm doing here is I'm making sure not every tree is cut. Even more so, pay attention to dead trees. They will never ever come back, so no harm absolutely clearing them out, all of them. The same goes, I'm just going beyond. We are still on pause because you don't want to miss any second. And I'm not joking. I'm absolutely not joking. Extra thing, as you can see, all the trees somehow fall in the same cutting down trees part, which I'm excluding. Why? So this tree can grow around it, and I can include in cutting part again later. Just as an example. You get the idea. You get the idea. You leave few of them. For example, when there are a lot of trees cranked together, feel free to cut every other around and leave one for seed. Basically, that's how you do that in the real world as well. By the way, if you didn't know, something like this. This is too much. Too much. You go down for sure. You see. And I know we haven't even started the game and I'm already doing some crazy stuff. But I explain, and trust me, you'll need it. So, now we are good to release the game. Proceeding, we have 3 woodcutters. Now, again, pause. Why? Everything is built. Now, there's no point of having this will be theme for the basic start. We have 4 workers that are builders. Without trees, there's no point of builders. Just pausing them. Why? So you see. Silly me, my mistake. Why it's not working? Because there is no road. Damn it, I forgot to clear, because you need to connect the road. Okay, fine. A little mistake will not hurt anyone. So now that's how it should be. Now we pause it. Why we pause it? So every single one of them currently are taking down trees. Why? Because we had 0. When you have 0 trees, there's no point of builders. You see? It all comes together. Next off, plan the world. I will act like I don't know the map, how it goes. I do know where is a little tricky, but I will play dumb. Especially dumb, like I have no clue what's going on. I would put farm there. Yes, you heard me right. We are building farm firsthand. Next off, again, we pause because we see at the top. So now this is a tricky part. We have 22 logs, which means we can start building something. So what we do now, okay, I will release the time so I don't have to pause. So what you do now at this first phase, this starting is, we have trees coming in, we have safety net, so not every single tree is cut down, so you feel free to go nuts. This is important, because it will change. Then you can build. So now the idea is, there are logs coming in, and there's builder that uses logs. You don't want too much builders, because then they will sit idle, because there's nothing else to do in the game. And you don't want other way around, where you have too much logs and they are not being put in use. So this is the balance. This is the time where, as you can see, 3 builders approximately, and also the distance matters. In different maps, it's a bit different, but it's always the start can be the same. You see, we have 3 builders and logs go down, which means it's kind of okay-ish. Next part, farm is done. Why? Again, pause, because why I rushed it? For many reasons, but mostly survival. Remember, we are here to survive. So, close to the farm, we don't have any spare beavers. So what we do, reduce amount there, and both of them. So we equal out, and we know that it is important to have farmers. Once it's done, next is what we need to think of is water. So currently, quick recap. We have still trees coming in quite fast, I'd say. We are not going for the silly blueberries. Why? Again, for a lot of reasons. We have on the day first, we have farm, and we have again pause. Why? And I actually play myself like this with a lot of pause, because you can't waste any time. Why? Because originally the timer is set to have 16 hours day work day. At the beginning especially, you don't have social house, you don't have where to sleep. Okay, 24 is too much. Best is 20 hours. There's no time for social time. There's no time for temple. There's no time for fun rides. Just sleep. We don't have house. We don't have fun temple. Nothing. So absolutely nothing changes if we make them work 20 hours. Speeding up the game. Keeping explaining because gameplay. Yes, remember gameplay and steroids. Why? Why we did not plant potato? Because potato is better. I will explain in a moment, but why not? Potato grows 6 days when carrot grows 4 days. Why we are in a rush, you ask again? Yes, we have a water pump. Again, pause. One water pump will be fine-ish if we can store the water. We have way more logs coming in, so we are changing. 2 builders, 1 woodcutter less. So now, what we have here is any moment can dry season kick in. If in dry season, basically not a single culture can survive dry season. They will dry out and die. If they are not ready yet, they're completely wasted. So carrot is safe bet to go. We are not counting that we will have water because we will not have. That's why I chose this map. There is no way to build a dam right away and have stored water. So now what we have water, we have food coming in. Still we are living on the same food, berries we have from the start. We have water, we have where to store. We are far from done. Next off, why you need to build this tower right after? Reason is simple. Okay, fine, let's go with another. Once this water pump starts working, it generates a lot of water. If you don't have a place where to store it, as you can see, it's already filling up. It's basically wasted. There's no point. You don't want to waste anything. Pause. Why we have pause? Actually, wasted again a little bit. These little guys already planted, okay, almost everything. Let's add those 3 fields as well. And once it's planted, you don't need them to be farmers. Now, for 4 days, it grows. Pausing the farm gives you 2 extra manpower. 2 extra manpower means we enable again cutting down trees. And yes, setting back normal sleeping time. So you see, we have growing food, we have coming in water, we have coming in logs. Sounds about good start, doesn't it? Okay, no, let's leave one. Next off, let me see what we are going to build. Fine. No, yes, I'm thinking. We will pick up some berries. It's not like we are not going for them. We are just planning a little bit ahead. Okay, fine. Wood, so wood can be stored there. Okay, let's reduce so that one can start picking up food. Now we have 1 builder because all the essentials are almost there. You know what's not there? Right, you guessed it right. We do not have a storage. For the all materials is the same. Water, you need water storage. When you start picking up logs, you can find, okay, they are used, but 20 of 20. So this guy is absolutely pointless because there's nowhere to put the logs. I'm putting on pause. Why? Because it's full. There's nowhere to store. That's why I'm building this. And in a moment, what will happen? Okay, now when they are full now, they will start not sanding, going and putting logs in the pile. Before that, they just stand and do nothing. Next off, gatherer's flag. 20 slots basically for berries. And again, it will stop. To counter that, we need somewhere to store it. I'm building there. No. Okay, changing my mind. I'm thinking ahead. I need to remember, I don't know where I'm going to be next. So that will be my next choice. We have two builders. Let me see. Yes, as you can see, berries are coming in quite fast. Bum. Next off, pause. Why? Because there's a huge problem with storing capabilities in the game. What you do next, remove everything and allow only berries. Bear with me. It's fine. Trust me. I got this. Next off, again, pausing. Why? Because there's no reason why you have two builders. They do absolutely nothing useful. Let's make them woodcutters. Not a single unemployed. Everyone's working. Everyone's gathering. We have water. We have some... yeah, water storage. A lot of logs. I like logs. Why I like logs? Simple reason, ladies and gentlemen. You absolutely want to build a house. It depends on your first faction, but these guys, I actually love them. Their specifics are, you can see here, social life, they don't need it. It gives you 0 bonuses, so you can avoid it. But what you can't avoid is comfort. Pay attention, life expectancy 25%. It means your guys will die 1/4 after more than 1/4 of a time. Long story short, without comfort, you face the problem that your old beavers are dying faster than the new beavers are coming in. Simple enough? Pause. Again, why? Because we see water will be soon full. We pause this building because it's not that essential. More essential is so we have spare free space for our goods. We can't allow any resource to be wasted, any guy to stand and do nothing. Boom, we have another one. Great. So far so good. So we have logs, we have water, we have berries, we have something growing here, which is great. Next night, we are day 4 already. That means 3 nights spent under the without roof. That's bad. That's bad for your health, man. So what we do then? 2 unemployed people, not people, beavers. Why? Because the children are growing up. Thanks to that, we have, look what we have. Boom, we have a building. Again, pause, because you don't need 2 builders again. You don't need 2 builders. That means you can, okay, let's go with 2 builders. Let's leave them alone. And just for safety, you need safety, always. Safety first. Let's build another pump. Currently, the game is quite generous. It's day 5 and already no signs of dry season. At this time, it could be already a sign that says 3 days and then will be dry season. And that would be absolutely fine. Why? Yeah, because we have everything we need. And by everything, I mean, I'm pausing the building. Why? So it's actually, it doesn't automatically pick the beaver when any beaver comes free. So what we do here now, you see, our carrots are grown up. What we do, we pause this building and re-enable this. So 2 builders are now 2 farmers. And 3-day warning kicks in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how we do. Did I mention we have logs coming in quite well? Ah, yes, I did mention that. More things on our thing list. I want to switch over. Why? For no whatever apparent reason. Unpausing that, pausing this. 2 water pumps. Pumping. Seems I want probably 1 more. We have 3 days. Farm workers are working. Well, they are paid for that, I hope. I don't like this position. I'm picky. I'm still picky. Something like that. And there's no one to build it. So we need to sacrifice, okay, 2 guys. Why 2 guys? Because that's not only thing what we are building. Also, these beavers, this is specific to only this faction. They are growing new babies in these interesting pods, so breeding pods. What we have here is we have carrots. They have no place to be. We have some spare space here. Okay, that means we can allow some carrots in there. Don't get fooled. This 20 does not mean they will not try to squeeze in more carrots in there. They will absolutely do that. Well, let's just go crazy with water, because remember, as I said, I'm not just throwing out the words. Safety first, which means we want to be sure we have water. Enough water. We still have only 11 beavers, which is quite small community, but this is hard. On hard, they eat more, they drink more, they eat more of everything. So let's roll with that. Again, pause. Why? Because 2 builders are absolutely doing nothing. Let's go with, okay, we don't want to waste too much wood, because remember what I mentioned, that wood is naturally growing at the moment. One thing to keep in mind, you see, not a single tree is cut up there. Why? Because they can't reach it. So make sure you can cover the space. I don't want to build a road there because it will absolutely... Damn it, I hate it. When you place a building, tree cannot grow there. And I don't like it. I simply don't like it. Because you will be limited with your resources. At one point, at the beginning, it seems like you have everything. Now, you don't have everything. There will be, especially on the hard, there will be real moments when you're like, oh damn, why it happened? That's why. That's why. What I'm doing now is just, again, keep explaining, is repositioning all my resources. So this guy clears this area. Basically, this covers top end. So all the forest, all the, how it's called, what I drew with these cutting lines, everything is covered. What I haven't done yet is include this top area. which we'll do. Well, there's a few trees. Let's do a selective approach. I don't know. Something like that. These will allow to be cut down. That too. Okay. And you will see the reason why. Currently what we have, just bear with me. Okay, we'll build another storage. Why? Because we can. When you can, go with that. So, the kicker. We have logs, we have water, we have food, berries and carrots. Carrots are being almost full. We'll not allow carrots there anymore. We'll gently push carrots elsewhere. So, pay attention again. Why? Because we pause. Why we pause? Once the water is gone, these two guys will still sit in the building doing nothing, wasting your time. So, dry season is here. We have 2 extra, to be fair, 4 extra unemployed beavers. Why? Because nothing to build, nothing to take water from. We are now surviving. Pay attention here. Once dry season kicks in, the carrot stays up for 2 full days if it's grown. So you see, this seedling, which was still in progress, not done. It's dead. It will die without growing. So when dry season kicks in, it pauses the growing process for trees, for everything. When this drying out time is reached, it's done. So what we do now? Damn it, already brought some ill. So we separate 200 carrots from 200 berries. Yes, we are wasting and separating both of them. We have a district, no builder. Okay. Someone can cut something. Next off, we have spare beavers that do absolutely nothing. So this is absolutely the best time to kick in some science. Are you into science, guys? Because I am. There is no point of increasing and getting more woodcutters because we are not limited by beavers cutting down trees. We are limited that there is nothing else to cut. Where are my guys? What am I missing? Okay. Right. One more thing. You notice all the berries are gone. This dude again sits and does nothing. Pausing will make you have 1 extra beaver. So current state is there is carrots coming in. You are still storing. It will be full in no time. We have a lot of water. We have logs that currently we have cut down absolutely everything, and the trees are not growing in this state. So if everything is cut down, yeah, there are 2 more woods to be cut. That's it. And then there's nothing else. So this is the real thing, okay? Because now we are dependent on the not dry season. To be fair, now it's absolutely fine. I will even delete that and even delete that. We have 3 woodcutters sitting and doing nothing, waiting for whenever tree grows, which will not happen. Food and water is not a problem. What is problem is we wasted too much logs because we need to progress a little bit. lumber mill is already available for you, and we are not going for a water wheel, which I absolutely love when you're not playing hard. When you're playing hard, game really is all the time changing. Dry season, wet season, dry season. It's constantly. Whenever there's dry season, there's no moving water. So basically that means that all that is wasted if you build a water wheel. They are quite log expensive. So we will need to make let's call it an calculated measure. We are for 3 days, we are stuck full time on because there's nothing we can do, nothing we can change. And yes, this is a little trick that we can see. There's a water. I haven't even explored the map because it doesn't matter. This will not save you. This will absolutely change nothing. But as you can see, we have 300 food. We have water. We could accumulate more. We didn't. Pause. Why pause? Okay, it's not nighttime yet, because we are run out of logs and we haven't built anything yet. Which leads us to desperate move. And desperate move is looking for some trees that can still be cut without any huge loss. What I'm looking for is, let me show you. Those three are right next to, which means they are limiting each other. I choose, there is one coming, you. Again, two next to, and there's one more coming in, so we can easily cut it out. You don't want any tree where it's, for example, these four. Absolutely no need. So you see why. No, we'll leave that, so it can potentially grow in this area. Absolutely easy. We are cutting them down. Oh, this one, yes. You go down. Guess what? Both sides. So you see why at the beginning I did the silly selective whatnot. This is the reason. If we cut down just everything we drew, you would not have so much trees. I shit you not. Feel free to test it out. You would not have such luxury to now handpick so much more trees without huge penalty. I do, because I did smart move at the beginning. Oh, wait, I'm talking again too much. You remember we had 0 logs? Oh, you see we have built it. Oh, you see we have those 2 extra beavers, one running and providing exactly amount of power needed to make planks. We are already making planks even in dry season where we have food and water, and 2 pods where my beavers are coming. Seems like this game is easy once you crack it. Alright. I see the video is getting quite lengthy, but you get the idea. What we do with planks, this is actually the best part, which differs from the demo. Remember, some time ago we actually built 2 inventors. I'm not pausing because we need it. They have accumulated some science. What you take first, always, whenever, is wooden stairs. Because that allows us way more than you can imagine. And these wooden stairs require planks, so that's why we build them. Once we have this, whole new world opens up. Listen up, guys. Normally, okay, I don't have enough. Normally, I would, pause. I would pick up this platform and then build a platform so you can move. That was in demo. In this game, in this particular release, let me show you the beauty of everything. Now, now we take a look at map. Map whatever map you are on, there's always a place where you can either store a water or it's naturally stored. As you can see, we just ended the dry season with a lot of water, a lot of food. Oh my, we can live forever. But there's still water in here, which will flood over here, this area. But you see this little corner at this side? It stays green, even in dry season. Yes, now is the time for you to absolutely exploit the nature. And I'll show you not more. The video will end soon, but this is the setup. And okay, I will explain faster. The kicker is in this final version, beavers can run through the water as naturally they are swimmers. So whenever I build this thing, it's connected. Even you see this water, no, in demo version it was flooded. No go. So next thing what we do, pay attention. Remember we have kind of critical situation with the trees. So what we do now is we pause. Why we pause? So the trees can naturally grow. We have marked area to cut, but we are not cutting them down. We are allowing more to grow, because the thing is, let me open this screen. If this tree grows next one right next to it, it allows it to grow even more and more. So it naturally if you let the forest naturally get more trees, then you get again afterwards more trees out of it. So it's nature, you give and take. You are not only taking. Don't make this mistake. If you cut everything down, you're doomed. Instead, remember we have some planks, we have some, well, logs are being cut into planks, but now we have stairs. I can find, silly me. And we just close. Let's go nuts. Why we go nuts, you ask? I'm glad you asked, guys. Pay attention which buildings are absolutely for free. Lumberjack flag, other faction storage is for free, and gatherer's flag is for free. So you can absolutely change them, build them, do whatever you want. We are allowing our people to rest. Why? Because we need 2 of them to start making water again, because both pumps are working. All the time I believe farmers were sitting in the building, but well, we didn't need them. We need them now. We will sacrifice. Let's sacrifice something. 4 builders. Why would you need 4 builders? Are you nuts? Pause. Now we have quite a bit. Woodcutters. Remember about that trees saving nature and stuff and everything? Does not always apply on everything. For example, these trees. Remember when the water was stored in this area? We had a little corner of this where naturally it's green. We want it for food, not wasted for wood. Wood can, let's say, be sacrificed, not the food. So we will move our food production on this side where it's naturally stored water. And did I mention in this time we are making some wood? Oh yeah, we are. Again, we have everything planted. Pausing, because you don't need those beavers. Now 4 days, absolutely pointlessly. Meanwhile, they can get some wood and bring it home. And did I mention this walking through the water? Yes, I did. Are you even listening? Okay, fine, don't be mean. Next up, we'll go beyond I'm already not exploring, it's called exploiting the map. Because if you pay attention to the map, yes, these barriers, you need to take closer look to understand what's going on here. So you see, we can let water in and it will be stored in here, which means this will also be green, which means, hell yeah, we want that. Build one there. Quickly, I will explain one essential thing you need to be aware of, which is called I don't know how it is called, but these lines on the road you need to pay attention to. And every building has limit. For example, remember we have stored food here. If you look here, if this guy will be hungry, it can reach the food over here. And we have food over here as well, so we are pretty safe. And depending on the location, it changes around the world. But one thing that doesn't change, it is crucial. Let me show you. And it depends on the roads you have built. I'm building just one huge road. Is your district center. So this district is limited, and it counts from this main center. As you can see, my road goes this side, then makes a turn and comes back, so I can reach only here. This is important because if I wanted to harvest whatever I want to harvest, let's build. Pay attention where the red thing is, because if I place, you see here, it will work. It will start working. But if I place this right here, it will be out of the reach. So it always need to be connected with district center, this line. No matter of this color, but at least to reach it. This will work, this will not. How you can extend it? Simple way. Let me demonstrate it. I will actually try to demonstrate how it extends. So you see, we are making a straight line from the district. Sorry. Need to take care of the things. Why? Because that's why. We don't have a platform. Okay, we can build a platform. Fine, we'll build platform. We'll not make this crazy. Unlocking platform, because we have planks, we have everything. Boom. So it's all connected. Now, okay, they will pass. Basically, most of the things are running fine. We might, at this point, as we have breeding pods, 3 children coming in, we might want to think about one more pump, just for safety. Nothing more, nothing less. No one can guarantee success if you don't succeed yourself. So, did I mention that beavers are crazy and running into water? Because look at the line now. when you build a correct straight from the center, it actually, the districts can be quite huge. Be aware of your path patterns. So far we have covered everything. Right. One crucial thing. Well, there's a lot of crucial things. Why are we all the time? We have cleared out our foods production. Our basically trees are looking good as well. We cut down everything here. What about, we have planks, we have, okay, there will be used some planks. Pause. Why? Because let's not waste. I need those planks. For what? The last crucial part for succeeding this game is food we have, water we have. wood, a lot of wood, a lot of wood. Trust me. So this is where forester kicks in. Remember those two science guys that are working all the time since I built them? Yes, they provide enough science. And I do have a logs and I do have a plank, so absolutely nothing stops me from building forester. And I am choosing this particular location, obviously, because I know it will always stay green unless there's a really long dry out time, but that comes later. Now, again, why I'm selecting district to see, because I can fail and build forester where it actually is not connected. For example, here, which would be perfect location, but we see there is some sacrifice to make. Boom. So currently, let's recap. These guys, absolutely no need for all of them. The farm, oh no, it's still growing. No, still on pause. We leave one lumberjack, so it naturally, we can cut out these trees. We are not doing that. We want them cut into the wood, so there's no waste. As you can see, there's few seedlings still growing. We'll get them. But what we can do meanwhile... Oh, 2 unemployed beavers? Impossible. Okay, one will be here, another will be here. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. 2 beavers, they can do their beaver stuff. Okay, let's put them quickly in the farm. Why? Because they can get some carrots. Awesome. So, okay, damn it. 47 minutes already in the video, and we are just in cycle 2, and cycle 3 coming in, as I promised you. We'll get through you any cycle. Give me any cycle, I'll get through you. I'll get you through the cycle, that's what I'm trying to say, damn it. Pause. Why? Because we again wasted something. No. Pausing. Farmhouse. Now, both guys. Now, one pump is running for 2 days. We still can collect more. And we get some more here. But, so this is the important part. I did a mistake. I'm learning from my mistakes, giving you the heads up. When it comes to planting trees, do not rush. Simple and fast curse in trees. Birch grows fast, gives you 1 log, then again for 9 days, nothing. Pine tree, 2 logs, but grows 12 days, so seems better. Log per growing day is way better. And when we switch to maple tree, absolutely gorgeous. 24 days it grows, but then it gives you 8 logs. And at the beginning I just made you wait a longer time, but it's still worth it. Wrong. Be mindful. Let me just paint you a picture. I'd say even more. This will be amount of breach I am planting. Why? Okay, why? This is why. Oh, yeah. Sorry. We will save this space for woodcutters. Remember, we still need some woodcutters buildings near this place because all other are located elsewhere. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Yes, will be absolutely best. Why we are planting breach, which is so wasteful. Remember when I mentioned this hard difficulty is really giving you this interruptions. Let's call them interruptions. When there's green land, but from other hand, no, it's, yeah. I am explaining the general idea so you can apply it in every map. I will be fine because I know there is a water deep enough. So I ran out of the wood. I will pause and I will disable these two guys that are making a lot of planks. I don't need so much planks. Meanwhile, I will enable those two woodcutters, so at least some of the trees have grown in the area I have marked for cutting down. So back to this part. If you don't have this storage water and you can't guarantee it will be green all the time, meaning it will be growing, these interruptions are exactly the same in this culture like in the trees. For example, if you have this where it is birch, oh my god, I pronounce it all the time wrong. Anyways, it grows 9 days. There is almost no possible way you have 9 days in a row without this dry season kicking in, which means you will have, let's say, 6 days, then it will be 6 days dry season, and then rest of the 3 days where this tree will continue and finally grow, which adds up. And then you see, if you are looking at pine tree, there will be at least 2 dry seasons kicking in, which prolongs it way more. And if you're talking about maple, oh boy. And I have a luxury of having this awesome location map, basically this map, which gives me an access to water that is not drying out. So my trees will not have this interruption, but you most likely in other maps will have. So be mindful. That's why my advice, the planting guy, give some, okay, maybe a little bit too much. No, it will be fine. It will be fine. Something like this. A little bit birch, which grows really fast. Then a little bit pine tree, which will give you way more logs, which basically is already a good tree. Then the rest of that just murder with maple seed, maple trees. Why? Because they are the best. At the final stage, when every tree is growing and full grown, you want to swap out your birch to fully to this maple. Remember, 24 days, and then you have 8 of them, and at that time you should be already cover the water so it's all the time green, so there is no interruptions in the growing. If that explains should explain enough. Okay, this one is also cutting down. Cool. 0 days and boom, dry season kicks in, as I mentioned. 6 full days. 6 full days. What we do meanwhile? Oh, silly me, I should unpause the farmhouse already quite some time. Because, yeah, now my guys need to 2.2 days. The carrots still can be cut down. I had 0 carrots. I had 0 blueberries. I hadn't paid attention. I was talking to you guys, but absolutely no harm done, because you know what? These blueberries are staying up for 9 days without water. They are super resistant, so no harm to collect them in dry season. Right. Okay, what we can do next? We can actually, if we want to, cut down these trees. As you can see, we have another green area we can absolutely exploit. Let me think about it. We have 1 unemployed, and we don't have a lot of logs. I want some more logs, to be honest. And I will make another cut. Just looking at my trees. Yes, you go down. You too. Oh, you up here are quite busy. You can now be cut down. At the end, I will explain the best situation. What I'm currently slowly moving is that you have. I will draw it. So you see, final pattern, best case scenario for natural growth is something like this. Reason for that is simple. When you have a tree growing, I can't select anything else. When you have a tree growing here, full grown, and it's not cut down, it can give a seedling in all directions. And this one can do the same and the same. So whenever there's a seedling around it and it grows up, it cuts down, and you have absolutely safe forest for your disposal. As you can see, I am doing similar by selecting which trees are no wrong choice. We can cut those two down. And here we have this one down, this one down. So you see why it is important to leave some trees. Oh, sorry, still paused. So we can have a lot of wood, safe wood. Why we need that wood? Glad you asked. My trees are growing. Half of the time, birch is already getting mature, preparing for being cut down, which gives me an idea. As you can see, we have this beautiful area which we don't want to waste for covering with the building, but in this particular spot we do have 25 logs, we do have an all-time green spot, and we do have 2 unemployed beavers. We have everything we want. And did I mention this is a cycle 2, day 11? We will be in cycle 3 in no time. And I can't. I don't know. I'm already on a point where no, you see, now they sit and do nothing. I don't like when you do nothing. I'm just throwing them out so they move over, because we will need 2 of them for farm. And birch is coming up. At this point, when we are already quite safe with the trees coming up, we'll do extra thing. And quickly, final thought, then I will cut the video. Way too long already, sorry. Maybe not, maybe yes. We'll talk about the culture you can grow. There's not a lot to talk about, other than we will still leave this farm for quite some time, just to be on safe side. From one hand, from other hand, we could move it over here as well. Because everything was done, there's no point of having them here. Because you see, there's a problem with water, blah blah blah, and this they will easily grow everything I want and need, so we're fine. What I wanted to explain is the culture you can grow. It's quite easy math. If you, it's not whistle, but carrot, when it grows, pay attention to the brackets, it gives 3 carrots from one field. Don't mind the time it grows. Of course, it's important, especially in the heart, because when it's interrupted, blah blah blah, all that you know. Carrot gives you 3 food, fertile. Potato grows 1 potato, but once it's cooked, it gives you 4. And if you're looking at bakery, this is important. In bakery, if you take a quick look, you can see that from one floor, you make 5 food. So 3, 4, and 5, right? Wrong. Why? Because when you take a look at the wheat, it grows 3 wheat in one field, which then is made into the floor 1:1 ratio, and then from 1:5. So final wheat is one field gives through the process 15 food. Just wrap your head around 3, 4, 15. Of course, you need power, you need planks, you need gears. This is high end, but just to give you an idea, to stop your struggle with food, with fields, with everything, because if you want to feed your beavers with carrots, try to calculate how much carrot fields you need. Our birches there, how much carrot fields you need to fully support your beavers. And that even is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is carrot, when it's when it's gathered, it's all the carrot is already prepared and ready for eating. It's stored in your warehouse, where it takes a lot of space. When we are looking at potatoes, which absolutely are the best food ever, talking from real life experience, is potato. You can store, let's say, I don't know, 50, not random number. Why I say 50? Why the amount 50, you ask? Because in the farmhouse, it also is used as a storage. Every single one of the cultures, all the 3, can be stored in a farmhouse if you don't have place in your warehouse, which is kind of convenient. 50 potatoes in your farmhouse, where they are sit idle, times 4, you have 200. 200 is the amount of food you can eat. Okay, we need some. God damn it. Talk too much too soon. Hadn't paid attention. We have a little bit food crisis. Spoken too soon. Should be fine, because berries will save the day. Until 71%, we will have that. Forgot to do this little thing, which is called mark everything for being cut down. Okay, few beavers died because I didn't pay attention. Yes, you need to pay attention what you're doing, otherwise you will have the same consequences as I did. What we do now is, that saves us, okay, sacrificing a little bit science, guys, which is fine. Too much cutting down. We want to make sure we have both of them farming. And this dude, absolutely wasteful, but so we remove it and move it over here. Everyone works. 3 pumps, 2 farmers, which actually, again, we can. Nah, I'll leave it. Enough of this pausing and unpausing. Trees coming in. We can make planks if we need to. Water should be stored. Some berries coming in. I didn't pay attention. Yeah, I needed to unpause faster. Basically, the gatherer needed to be unpaused already while I had unemployed beavers. Then it would store those few berries. Is the little barrier between all your beavers dying and, you see, we have carrots coming in. Once we have carrots coming in, the food again is fine. Not only that, we have that sweet everything fine. I'm thinking that's how I look when I think. Yeah, I look stupid. Because again, as I mentioned, one of the biggest problems is the storage. Oh, I hate the storage in the game. So we'll do like this. Those two buildings need to be built. We need someone to do it. Currently, all pumps are running absolutely pointlessly. Why? Because we have full water. Okay, we'll leave one pump to finally fill the final tank. Otherwise, all three guys can absolutely do the awesome building stuff. This can be unpaused to finally cut down these. You see, that's what I mean. This game, once you are in, once you have your goals set, you want finally to build a dam. You want to finish these two. You want to unlock. You need more beavers. Then you need more pods. For pods, you need trees. For trees, you need growing. For growing, and 8 hours later, you're like, need more beavers. Where's my water? And yeah. This is cycle 3 coming in another dry season. We will be absolutely fine. Why? Because few beavers that died, that actually drink less, eat less, which is, we are on safer side than with more beavers. That's cruel, but truth. Okay. What else? What else can I tell you? Come on. Where's my second? Where's my second farmer? Too much wasting, yeah. Once you get enough population for all your buildings, that's of course what you want. That's amazing. I'm happy for you. Before that, you need to work around it. We have carrots coming in. We have potatoes coming in. We have stored water. Exactly the same amount we previously had, which was enough for more beavers. Now we have less beavers. Food, you might think will be a problem. Do I need to remind you that we have potatoes coming in, where every single potato is turned into 4 food, which is absolutely one of the best foods because, final thought, there's too much things still in the game to cover. Feel free to ask down in the description any question. I'm too much into the game. I will definitely answer it. Pay attention to these stars. Why we absolutely want and love potatoes is they give strength. Strength gives them carry weight. Carry weight means the beaver can carry more anything and everything in the game, which means which differs from carrying 5 water, not kilos but pieces of water, or let's say 8. I'm just making the numbers up. You can check precisely when someone carries something. You can see the log currently, it weighs 6 kilograms. So without this strength effect, this beaver can carry only 1 log. 1 log, now it carries twice as much. Twice as much just because of damn potatoes. They are absolutely the best. And you see, we are on the state where we are cutting down pines. And if you look at maple seedlings, they haven't even reached the half of the growing time. Okay, a little bit. Half. And pine trees, now they are saving the day because we need trees. And birch, it will be back again before even maple is again for cut. That's why we made this little contribution to different types of trees, so it's covered. I hope it makes clear. We paused scientists. You don't want to keep them all the time. Last but not least, safety net. Whenever you play anything, you see there is a water while there's dry season. Dry season is quite lengthy. If you think the water might be twinkling, don't be shy and have a safety. Why I mentioned this is not a big brainer. The idea is simple. The buildings, when they're underwater, they have no damage whatsoever. They can be used when they're underwater, but when this pump will be underwater, it means we have a lot of water, so there's no problem. We have other pumps running up here. But when it's dry season and water supplies are twinkling, you can build a water pump here. You don't want to normally run it all the time because it dries up the water, so everything suffers, the potatoes, the trees, everything. But did I mention the safety first? So we have it. Any moment, any time. For example, I will show you when. It's now, because this grill now stays, there is no more potatoes, they're being gathered, but while we gather, we can... Okay, it went somewhere else. So meanwhile, while you're not baking potatoes, you can gather some water for me. Why wouldn't you? And now we have another problem, homelessness. There's too much. Actually, it was already before. Just as we have science, because science is amazing. We like science over here. Let's build a huge, big-ass building. We can't afford it yet. But we want to. Okay, I will cut the video because I can't stop playing the game. And let's reach cycle 4, otherwise someone will type down in the comments, "You said you will lead us to whatever cycle we want. We wanted cycle 4. You lied to us." I don't want that reputation because you know the videos, what kind of videos I make, explanations, deep, everything, the rundowns, the goals we reached, level 4. It will be level 6 when we reach the comfort with this building. It will be sometime soon. Okay. Pine trees are gone. Now we are waiting for these to grow. Otherwise... Oh, this one can come down. My type of videos, I always try to, not specifically, and I'm not aiming to do this, this is just naturally happening, to have some bonus for people that are patient and watching through and getting and want to have more out of the videos. And remember I mentioned at the beginning, I will pretend I don't know what's going on, where the map is, where the water is stored, how to fast get somewhere. I try to not do that. Why? Because I have played this particular map. I know quite a bit. I have some ideas what I want to reach here. The idea is I try to explain how to gather forest, the wood. If you want to survive, you can fast move forward with farms, and much more that can be applicable to any map and any, not any, but other what it's called, faction as well. They have a little bit different. You need social house for them to repopulate. That's the main difference at first hand right away. But more or less similar approach and going fast for the food will be, I don't want to say enough, but will save you for sure. Oh, this can be paused again. So we have food, we have water, we have everything. We don't have any potato. Okay, a few more potatoes. Where's the forced cycle? As I mentioned, yes, I still need to keep in my head that we have what it's called, gameplay on steroids. Because we are rushing through, we are rushing, because this game at this moment, you see, you need to gather, you need to wait, you need to get a water, you need to fill it up, you need to, once you start building, you need beavers to carry. It gets lengthy, and your first cycle where you want water and food, two things, that's only what you have in your mind. 3 cycles later, now I want trees to grow, now I want logs to carry, now I need to start thinking about gathering water in huge quantities, not just little, what's that? That's lake. You call that a lake? How dare you? So all those little things come together. Did I mention that, yeah, we will reach? They have thirst? Why the hell they have thirst? I know why. Because you see, this does not reach here. So this guy, when he's thirsty, there's no water near. So remember I mentioned when you click on the buildings, you can see the lines, how far they go. For example, this is the closest water tank. Yeah, barely touches. But yeah. Anyways, that's for future. We'll get the cycle in a moment. This is full, of course, because we forgot to select. Don't accept anything else but grilled potatoes and potatoes. 100 and 100. That was the idea. So we have separate food for things. When you start mixing up, there's no border where you can say, collect me 100 potatoes and not a single more. They get 100 and they're like, there's more space. Bams, and it's full. And there's no room for other things, which is really, really, really annoying. Oh yeah, remember we built a large barrack? Huge building, we have so much more space. And cycle 4? Did I mention this is probably my favorite map from all of them? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, blah, blah. 32. Yes, I calculated it fast. Now I made a graph already and made a water per square ratio, so I know which of the maps provide you most water per tile count in the game. So currently this is the winner, which is the huge map, but this amount, 32, because from these rocks are coming water. This is the most watery area, big map. There's one small map where it's more water per square, but there's too little space. There's no room for me to build, so I don't like that either. Where were we? Oh yeah, right. We need to get some water as well. For that, we will just pause this. Yeah, we have everything we want. And our died out beavers are coming back. That was a mistake of mine. But it's kind of stable. So, okay, what I tried to explain before and said and blah, blah, blah. Video, we call it a video if I, whatever reason, need to assume. The bonus. I always try to get bonus, and yes, the save is called peasy GG because of the reasons. Because let me show you what you can achieve in little more cycles than just 3, because the video is already too long. Everyone hates me for don't make such long videos. I know. Few more cycles in the same map, you can achieve something like this. So a little bit different, of course, a little bit start, as you can see. This is just doing exactly the same more efficiently. I have 2 lumber mills that is powered by just power wheel because I have a lot of beavers, as you can see, twice as much. Buildings, I have the growing pods. This inventors approximately the same. Grill. Then I have purchased building materials for floodgate. Okay, let's unpause and just middle speed. Still the same area, but currently, as you can see, I am storing water. So in this map, you're not storing water in a river, gulf, or how it's called correctly, but you need a little bit different approach. And this approach, as you can see, I found a narrow spaces. At the beginning, it was only here, but then a little bit expander. Let me show you the grid of path. Remember I said you can go big, approximately this big. This is still a bit not optimized. It can go further, but it gives me enough room for building a little bit blockade here, a little bit blockade without any moving parts. One floodgate that allows water to come in. And the fact that my beavers have to run through the water has no problem whatsoever. Now I currently almost fully switched to maple ceiling. Few trees left. We have one forester, 4 cutters as there. Some water pumps up, some safety water pumps, as I mentioned before. So, and this water, well, it stays quite some time, and when it dries out, it stays here quite some time, where all my trees are safe, and I still have some portion of my, what it's called, farm. Yes, cycle 8. We are in cycle 8. And I have unlocked almost every crucial parts, well, a lot of things we need to keep expanding and do more stuff. So yeah, do I need to remind you? This is hard. This is every few days a dry cycle kicks in. And one warning from the game, not from me, right away. These dry seasons are getting longer and longer and longer. Currently, my longest dry season in other game I've seen was 23 days. So 23 days is not a joke. 23 days is not something where you can store food enough. Possibly you can, but that's just crazy. Or have a water tanks, big water tanks all around. No. This is where the game logic kicks in. You're a beaver, and this, which I had fun building a dam and storing a lot of water, actually kicks in and saves and allows you to thrive. Not like, oh, I'm thriving, but actually surviving. Because if this water dries out and you are some 3-4 days in dry season left, food is not growing, remember that. Water is not coming in. Those two things and your beavers die out just like that. And it's way, let's say, way more twinkling than you might think that, I'm safe. For example, this reservoir can hold only this much water. If I'm not already looking forward for expanding and getting higher walls or something, just leaving like that, just leaving the game to run will lead to longer dry seasons, will lead to drying them out, will lead to not enough water, will lead to my beavers dying. Without increasing population and eating, just dry seasons are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is where the game actually kicks in, which makes hard my new favorite difficulty. I hated it from the start. It was just stupid. All my beavers died in first, second cycle, and when I nailed it, they died in the fourth cycle. And then it was like, oh, your cycles are getting worse and worse, which means I need to constantly evolve and get more water and build bigger dams, which leads the game is way, let's say, difficult. and interacting and fun and challenging than you might think. On easy, I'd say don't play on easy. Easy is definitely not for you, especially when you watch my channel, when you watch how you can survive in hard. No way you should be playing easy. Normal is the only, and for tougher strategy game experienced players, hard is the new normal. All right, I shut up now. Oh boy, my video is so long. Oh my god. I'm not going to split it. I'm not going. You deserve good videos, some lengthy background gameplay on steroids. So, thank you guys for watching. This was Morris. If you have any questions, I still keep playing the game because it's too awesome to leave it. And we will meet in next videos. Let me zoom in some little sleepy beaver. I like how they set. This is the best part. Yeah, final best thing. Did you know that beavers, when they are in a water and night kicks in, they sleep flowing on water? Absolutely, you need to experience it. That's a real beaver life. Okay. All right, we'll meet in those other videos. Cheers, guys. Till next time.